Sorry. What I was gonna say is this game is fully voiced. It's an adventure game. It's got a lot of talking. So I'm gonna try not to talk over the characters because I think the dialogue and the story is really good in this game. So unlike when I stream multiplayer games where I'm like chatting a lot, I'm still gonna chat with you, obviously. I don't want to talk over the characters. So just be aware. Oh my God, Blue, no. The dialogue in this game is really good. Like, the voice acting in this game is really good. At least, as I remember it. I haven't played this game in several years, so we'll see if it holds up. But, yes, it's bad luck to talk over them. I don't want to do that. Oh, yes, Sean, please share. Please share on Discord. But, okay, I'm going to go ahead and start the longest journey, beginning the journey. It's me! I'm the lion in the streets!
So, you've come to hear me tell a story, have you?
If you please, we would love to hear one of your stories. You have seen so much. You have lived so long.
Oh, so good of you to remind me of my age, child. No, don't worry. I am an old woman, but I've lived a long and fulfilling life, and I do have stories to tell. Which story would you like to hear?
A true one. A true story.
All my stories are true, child. There are enough fairy tales in the worlds already. There's no need for me to make up more, believe me.
Tell us the story of the balance, then.
You want the story of the balance? Oh, that's a long story, child, and not one I'd venture to tell at this hour. But perhaps I could tell you a story that I heard a long time ago. A story that became a crucial turning point in the history of the balance, and that set in motion wheels that to this day are still turning.
Please, yes, that does sound like a story we'd like to hear.
Very well. This story, like all good stories, begins where it ends, in a tower, in a realm that is no more.
So, this is a very old game. It runs at 640 by 280 or whatever. So, it's very low resolution. They definitely probably looked a lot better way back then. But yes, they have scary faces. Blue, did you really need to go to the bathroom? I could maybe pause it. I don't want to skip the cinematic though. And yes, I'm broadcasting at 1080. I'm actually playing it in 1080. Oh, it was a joke. Okay. Yeah, I figured it was a joke because you said that right when I hit play. But yeah, oh, that's right. I was muted, unfortunately, when I was explaining this earlier. But I'm playing this through a third-party, old-school game engine emulator thingy. So it did have a warning and said it isn't fully supported yet. So it may crash, it may have bugs, the graphics may glitch out, but we'll see. It's a naked man. Uh-oh, I forgot about that, actually. So banned. Blue. Hi, Tarthalus. this is The Longest Journey. This is a game from 1999. It is a point-and-click adventure. There have been several sequels, one of which just finished up a few years ago. Which may be why you recognize it. Yeah, so there's Dreamfall: The Longest Journey and the Dreamfall chapters. So the chapters just finished up a year ago, or maybe 2 years ago now. Yay, blue!
Oh no! Don't tell me I'm dreaming again.
You know, for once, just once, it would be nice to have a decent night's sleep without waking up screaming from a bad dream at 4 a.m.
Is the game audio okay for you? I know you said earlier it was kind of maybe having issues. Were you able to hear her dialogue okay? Because I could turn it up a little bit. It's good? Okay, good.
Postcard pretty.
Oh, the music. Yeah, the music's got a little bit of artifacting in it.
There's a storm heading this way. Even the weather sucks in my dreams. I feel so charmed. Real life never looked this good.
Okay. So I've played this game a lot, although it's been many years since I've played it. So I kind of remember some of the puzzles. I will try not to repeat dialogue too much, although if I forget where I'm supposed to go, you may end up hearing a lot of repeats. And I definitely, if you... Oh, Me! I'll try not to just blow through the puzzles if I remember them, but we'll see how well I remember them. I probably don't, actually. Oh, yeah,
Real life never looked this good.
Yeah, the parallax, this game is really pretty, actually, for being something that originally was played in 640.
What's happening? Oh, perfect. I guess if I don't do something to save that egg, I'll suffer 7 years of bad karma or something.
We have to save the egg! The big egg.
Looks reptilian, but it can't be. It's much too big and I don't much care for reptiles.
Uh-oh, don't tell Peg. She doesn't like the scalies.
Did that sound come from the egg? Boy, that's some chick.
No! I don't want to kill the
I can
egg.
get a good grip on it. It's too big and slippery, and I might drop it by accident.
Oh, yes, video child. Yeah. No!
It's a nest, padded with large scales, very large scales. For some strange reason, I have a feeling I should get the hell out of here before the tenants return. I'm in my
Oops.
undies. That's so not appropriate. This is interesting. I've never seen a scale this size before. I'll keep it as a souvenir.
I got a scale.
It's as dry as a bone. It'd probably snap right off in a second. I'm an artist, not a botanist, but I'm pretty certain this tree is dead, or close to it.
Poor dead tree.
Oh, the suffering we must endure. Why do you take such pleasure in torturing us?
Torturing you? Who are you?
We are the voice of all trees, the spirit of wood and leaf.
You're a talking tree?
No, a tree does not talk, at least not in your tongue. The tongue of trees is the language of wood, root, and leaf.
Who are you then?
Like we said, we are the voice of all trees. Whenever an injustice is done, we must speak for the tree if we are present.
It's the branch. I shouldn't have broken the branch off.
Oh, what does it matter anyway? There is nothing more to be done for us. We are simply here to provide comfort in the final passing to Earth.
We? I only see one of you.
We are one with our host, as we are all one spirit, but legion.
Yeah, thanks for clearing that up.
We do not expect you to understand. You are human.
I know, right? This is the best dream ever. I get to talk to a tree.
What happened to the tree?
Oh, the pain. As the battle raged, we...
Battle?
Between the mother and Black Chaos. She was only protecting her child, but it would not back down, and the force of their battle shook the mountain. The brook that fed us was led astray, and without water, we began to wither and die.
Hey, Azzy! How's it going?
What's the deal with the egg?
Egg? What egg? Oh, of course, the child. Whenever the mother was absent, we were entrusted with the safety of the child. But now, withered and without strength, we can do nothing to help. We have failed the mother, and we despair. Our shame knows no bounds.
Who are you again?
We are the wood spirit. We come to all trees in the hour of great need to provide comfort and aid in the passing to Earth, and to give a voice to those who suffer. Our time is running out as we speak. The passing to Earth is about to begin. Leave us now.
What about the egg?
Oh, it is too late. Without sustenance, we do not have the strength to bring it safely home. We have failed, and the Earth will know our shame for all time to come.
Poor sad tree. Azzy, I'm doing well. It was a long, busy day, but it's nice to be home. It's pretty good. I hope you're doing well. And just so you know, I'm not ignoring anybody. I don't want to talk over the dialogue, so I'm kind of waiting in between here for the dialogue choices and when I walk around and stuff. Yay! I'm glad you're doing good. Should I... Is this insulting? Are you always this glum? Should I ask the tree that? I actually don't remember what he says. Yes? Okay, I'm gonna ask him. Oh, it is insult. Do not. Okay. I will not.
Isn't there anything I can do to help?
Oh, we do not expect a human to come to our aid.
Lose the attitude, okay? Just tell me if there's anything I can do.
It is futile. We need water, but there is none. Not after the brook changed course.
I'll find a way. Don't panic.
We do not panic. Unlike you, we accept our destiny. If, however, against all odds, you do succeed, we will carry the child safely back into its nest. Do not make a foolish attempt on your own. It would spell certain misery.
Groot is grumpy. Alright, let's go over and take a look at this stream here.
According to the, spirit, There was some kind of battle that split the rock and changed the course of the stream. Fresh mountain water. Back in the real world, they'd probably charge $15 a bottle for this.
The thing is this was 1999, and they were trying to say how expensive things were in the future, and it's actually all coming true.
I'm an artist, not a botanist, but I'm pretty certain this tree is dead, or close to it. I think I just made a funnel. Cool, I'm so proud of myself. This should do the trick.
I'm just saying, bottled water is kind of expensive. We're getting there. This is supposed to take place way in the future. Oh, so CJ, actually, I shouldn't have said anything. I'm actually not going to answer that question about what time it takes place in. You'll see. It's actually an interesting part of the story. And no, I helped the tree. It was thirsty. I helped it.
Talk about instant rehab. According to the
Oops.
Spirit. Neat. My arts and crafts teacher would be so very proud of me. Talk about instant rehab. Hello? Hello?
Leave us be.
Are you okay?
We find our strength returned, and so we have no time for idle conversation. We must drink and rejoice.
Aren't we forgetting something?
Hush, listen. The song of ancient wood. Is it not sweet?
Sweet, definitely. Yeah. The baby's probably ready to boogie down as well.
The baby. Oh, the egg. Thank the earth. We almost forgot.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
What? What was that? Uh-oh.
It is you. You have come.
You know me?
April, daughter, I have been waiting for you.
Waiting. Why?
Because it begins here, with you, as it always has.
What do you mean?
The breach and the mending, the pain and the joy, the end of the old and the dawn of the new. A different world. I am the mother of what is, but you are the mother of a future that may yet be.
How will I know? How will I know what to do?
I will guide you, and I will protect you as much as I can. But in the end, you are on your own.
I'm afraid.
You always were, my child, my daughter.
This is probably not a good thing.
Yeah, the CG faces aren't the best. I actually never played King's Quest 6, so I'm not quite sure of the reference there.
What a nightmare. I'm completely exhausted. I must have been tossing and turning all night. It's so hot in here, too. No wonder I keep having these weird dreams. I've basically been simmering in my own sweat every night this past week. Doesn't look like it's gonna cool down anytime soon, either. It's another sunny day in Newport. Well, it's a good thing the studio's got proper air conditioning. I promised myself I was gonna spend most of the day working, and I don't intend to break that promise. Not this time. Nice view, if you're into brickwork.
So, remember, the opening was an old woman's telling a story. That's the framework for this. And now we're here.
It's a rubber ducky, helplessly trapped under that rusty old grill.
Yes, Blue, yes.
It's a rusty old grill, kept afloat by a rubber ducky. It's a clothesline.
Whoops.
It's a clothesline. It's a seagull. The poor guy looks quite hungry. I don't know what that chain's for, but it's connected to some kind of mechanism at the bottom of the canal.
Look at this gorgeous
I still
canal.
haven't figured out what runs through the canals in Venice, but I'm sure it can't be water.
So that's the view out. That's the view out her window.
I'm not good at taking care of living things, but this plant's doing just fine despite months of neglect. The wardrobe is actually made of real wood, and not that synthetic crap that makes me sneeze and itch all over. Alright, so my wardrobe's sort of chic deficient, but I can't afford to be cutting edge. Useful, practical, and cheap is my shopping mantra. An empty cardboard box. That's so not interesting.
Not quite
Constable
empty.
Guybrush, my toy Oh, ape. He doesn't much like being called monkey.
Constable Guybrush. Oh my God, Blue. Agent 47 and his rafting.
It's a bunch of drawings I drew when I was a kid. I don't even know why I brought them here. They mean absolutely nothing to me. I could only carry one suitcase with me when I left home. There was so much I would have loved to bring, but c'est la vie. At least it was a clean break with my past. I guess when all my hard work starts paying off, I'll get a house and fill it with all kinds of new junk. The past, who needs it?
Lego Movie 2 was great. It was absolutely great. Oh yeah, and sorry again for cutting that stream so short. We really lost track of time. But man, Lego Movie 2, so it wasn't as good as the first one. I will say that, but it was a lot better than I was expecting it to be. It was really a lot of fun. Also, the songs got stuck in my head even more than the songs from the first one. So there's that. I think that's it in here.
That's my desk, so, theoretically, that's where I'm supposed to do my work. I think my muse has departed me for greener pastures, though, because lately, inspiration's been fleeting at best.
That's the, CJ, that's the point of the songs in the second one, too. They're really, really good. The music, I actually would say that some of the music is better than the first one, but I do really love the first one still.
Shelves.
Shelves.
I had to borrow some posters from the cafe because I just can't afford to buy any of my own. When I think about it, that's so depressing.
Oh, yeah, CJ, you're right. Yes. Yeah, okay. Yes, exactly. The first one is worth seeing. It's definitely worth seeing. I love the first one.
It's been too hot to sleep with a cover, so I don't. I don't need to make my bed. It's been too hot to sleep with a cover. It's a picture of me and my friends.
Let's take a look at her
It's
friends.
a picture of Charlie, Emma, and me in Florence Park. Marcus took it about a month ago before it got real hot.
I wonder if you can see it up close. I guess you can't.
My on-again, off-again diary. We've had a turbulent relationship, her and I. Dear Diary, note to self. Dreams of talking trees and dragons aside, it's still no excuse for talking to inanimate matter in the real world. So quit it.
Yeah, CJ, I wouldn't be surprised if it is a reference to global warming. I don't know for certain, but I wouldn't be surprised.
I've been keeping a diary intermittently since I was 5 years old. Not the same one, of course. I started this one, I think, April of this year. There's a loose sheet of paper in here. Hey, it's my timesheet from the cafe. I completely forgot I put it in here. Good thing I found it, because I'm broke. It's a list of the hours I worked this past week at the cafe.
So this is a vision of the future as seen from 1999.
I'm part of the should be reading more but life's too short generation. We embrace our illiteracy. The last book I read was How to Seduce the Man of Your Dreams. Now, if I can just find a man to dream about, I'll be all set.
Oh my god, you're right, Blue! It would be the ozone layer, yeah!
Books. I don't read much, but I believe it's important to maintain an intellectual facade.
I forgot that line. That's actually really on point.
That's my work. It's supposed to be a portrait of my life study teacher, but I think he might disagree. That fan is supposed to keep the room nice and cool in the summer. Sure, yeah, it's at least, 1/4 of a degree cooler in here when it's on. I'd better head over to the studio to do some work. Only 2 weeks until the big show opens, and my contribution is in serious need of attention. Might be a good idea to get dressed first, though.
April does not walk around the city in her underwear.
Hey, babe. Babe, you're looking real sexy today.
Zach, listen, I've got to run, and...
What's going on, April? How you been?
But, wait, what is that in reference to? 16-year-old disappointment? That is true. You'll see. But yeah, definitely fashion is it's not that forward thinking, I guess. What should I say to him? Oh, yeah, unfortunately. She had to put on clothes. What should I say to him? He's kind of a sleazeball calling me babe and stuff. So I don't really have time to hang around. Pretty good in you, so being nice to him. I was doing fine until you came along. Third option? I think I'm kind of leaning towards that too. Should I do it? Blue, what do you think? I think I might just do it. There we go.
I was doing just fine until you came along.
What's that? Hey, listen, I was thinking maybe you and I could hook up tonight, go to the pavilion or something. We could pop a few raptures, do a little close dancing. How about it?
I'm gonna keep being mean to him and just saying that's not gonna work. Yeah, exactly, in 1 year. Yep. I'm gonna do this first option here.
No, that's not gonna work, Zach.
What? You got something against me, babe? Do I offend you in some way?
Oh, no. I just don't think it's a good idea for us to be together like that.
Hey, whatever. You come crawling back when you realize your mistake, babe. I'm out of here.
Fucking sleaze. Oh.
What an asshole.
So like I said, this is running through a third-party emulator thing, and they did say this game wasn't fully supported. And so I don't think those long pauses with him opening the door was supposed to happen. I don't remember it being like that. I just remember him like storming into his room and slamming the door. So hopefully there's not too many super long pauses like that playing. Oh my god, he is a 50s greaser. Look at this plant.
Organic plastic. It grows, and it converts carbon dioxide into oxygen, just like real plants, but it doesn't need nourishment of any kind. Convenient, but disturbing.
Where's our organic plastic? Oh, I should look at her.
April Ryan, you have got to get past yourself.
Blue, that's an excellent question. What does it do with the carbon? I don't know.
That's Zach's room. I've never been in there, and I pray I never will.
Maybe the carbon is what powers its, like, oxygenation feature. You want ants? That's how you get ants.
Nuh-uh. I'm not knocking on that door unless it's absolutely necessary, and frankly, I don't see that happening anytime soon.
Aw, ants might be extinct. Sean. Whoops.
It's a fact, as in FACT, Free Access Terminal. Computer.
Voice interface is not installed. Please use the touchscreen interface to communicate with this free access terminal.
Oh, okay.
Why not consider a very reasonable upgrade? In addition to a voice interface, true holo display technology and Instacredit compatibility.
No, I'll just use my hands, thanks.
You are missing out on a great opportunity. If you upgrade now...
Hold on. You understood that. You have a voice interface installed already. Why would I pay to have another one installed?
Current voice interface is for sales purposes only. If you take advantage of this very affordable upgrade today...
No, really. This terminal doesn't belong to me.
Noted. Please refrain from voice communication in the future, or you will be reported to the FACT FUB and charged for processing time.
FUB?
Fair Use Bureau. They are authorized to carry deadly arms.
Well, whatever. Sorry.
Blue, you totally called it. And also, CJ, that's like a baby's toy. This future is frightening.
Charlie's apartment. His place is twice as big as mine, with a private bathroom and a huge bed. I guess he likes his creature comforts. Nobody home.
I will say one thing about this future depicted in this game. Uh, if I remember correctly, and I forget where it is in the game, but this game, sorry, the future in this game actually predicted Twitter. And it's like a big thing about this game is, oh, Twitter's in this game. And yes, in the future, private bathrooms are a luxury, especially in this kind of apartment. Let's look at the apartment corkboard.
Be considerate. Keep the volume down after 11 p.m. Fiona. Common room duty roster, July 27th. April and Emma. Oh, joy, manual labor, my favorite. Pizza and movie night, Monday, July 31st. BYOS. BYO what? Soap?
Hey, Blue!
Look, it's Monkey Boy! Annual summer blowout at the Fringe Cafe, Friday, August 4th, 8 p.m. Free food, live performances by Royne Dale, Harlequin Masquerade, The Go-Getters. Tickets available at the bar, $10 only. Spread the word. I'm sorry, but big sweaty jocks do not turn me on. I'll take a nerd any day. I can't tell what that note's saying as long as it's up there. Fiona's handwriting is not particularly legible.
I think that's it on the corkboard.
Shelves.
That's all she ever has to say about shelves.
The omnipresent screen. I don't pretend to know how it works, but all the data apparently passes through tiny little black holes in the fabric of our dimension. You know, that really freaks me out when I think about it.
Corkboards are things they used to use in ancient times to display common messages to the townsfolk.
Emma picked this table up at a flea market for $10 last month. That's $9 more than it's worth. It's a matchbook.
I'm just stealing from my roommates. I know, isn't the slideshow TV, like, great?
It's a chair.
I am going to talk to her, by the way. I'm just looking at all the other things.
We have a nice view of the bridges from this window. They really knew how to design tacky furniture back in the late 22nd century.
Yeah, matches are really expensive now.
That's Fiona, my landlady. She's all right. Morning, Fiona.
Good morning, darling. You're up early.
Yeah, I couldn't sleep.
Are you feeling all right? You look a little pale.
Should we tell her about the nightmare? I had a bad nightmare. I just have a lot of work to do, and I'm fine. I kind of want to tell her that I had the nightmare. But what do you think? You'd say you're fine? Blue says nightmare? Aw, CJ. Aw. Go with nightmare? Okay, we'll go with nightmare. I had a fine nightmare.
I had a bad nightmare.
Again? Well, you're not the only one, darling. Mickey woke me up screaming in the middle of the night. She wouldn't go back to sleep until I made her a cup of herbal tea.
Nightmares?
Apparently, but she refuses to tell me what they were. I think she's embarrassed.
That doesn't sound like Mickey.
I know, darling. Don't tell her I said so, but I've never seen her so agitated in my life. She scared the hell out of me.
I don't know why I have nightmares. I guess they could be stress-related. After all, the exhibition's right around the corner.
Oh, yes, the school exhibition. How's that going?
God, don't ask. I have no idea how I'm going to finish my painting on time. I haven't felt inspired in ages.
I think you work too hard, darling. You need to relax once in a while. Live. Enjoy your youth. There's inspiration to be found in hedonism, you know.
No, I don't know, but apparently you do.
I'm an authority on the subject, darling. Ask Mickey. She'll tell you I don't lift a finger around the place unless I absolutely have to.
Yeah, she does. So I think these are options that I could just go through one by one. So, oh no, she's got the rapture!
Where's everybody this morning?
Mickey's tied up in the basement. Mind you, she's not literally tied up, of course, although that is a tempting thought.
Are you getting into your sexual fantasies here, Fiona? Because it's a little too early in the morning for that, don't you think?
Sorry, I just can't help myself. Anyway, the plumbing is... You probably noticed when you took a shower, yeah? There's no hot water. So Mickey's working on that. Getting knee-deep in putrid canal water is her job, thank God.
What about Charlie? He up yet?
No, he's still sleeping, and Emma just went to bed. I saw her come in when I was making breakfast. Do you know who she's seeing now?
I don't know. Some guy?
Those lads I see her with, darling. She's too good for those arseholes. I wish she'd find herself a man who'd treat her right for once.
She hasn't had much luck with love, no?
She's a magnet for creeps, and she's so pretty. They prey on her, you know, bastards.
I've tried to talk to her about it, but Emma's impulsive. She doesn't listen.
She's just as headstrong as you and me, darling, but I'm sure she'll be all right. She's smart and resourceful, and not afraid to speak up for herself.
I think you're right, Blue. I think this is supposed to be a house converted into multiple apartments, and, you know, it's just different bedrooms and stuff upstairs. But 1999, I don't know. Yeah, I guess maybe called the housing crisis.
Shouldn't you be outside enjoying the good weather?
You joking? Bollocks to that. I'll stay inside until September, thank you very much. It's too bloody hot.
Can I ask you a few questions?
Why, certainly, darling. About what?
So we got a few things we can ask about. I'll just go down the list.
Tell me about Emma.
Emma? Why, she's your best friend, darling. I don't know what to tell you that you don't already know. You girls are so close.
That's true. The day we met, we clicked instantly. It was strange, but cool.
Like me and Mickey then, except for the sex, of course.
That's a pretty big except for, Fiona.
Oh, I guess so. She's the crazy one, Emma is. Not crazy as in mad as a hatter, but crazy in a good way. Fun to be around.
Emma's always been a little weird.
Exactly, darling. She's a flirt, too, and the boys seem to drop like flies at her feet. No wonder. She's a real looker, I don't have to tell you. I'm sure she could have been a model if she'd wanted, but she's an artist, and a good one, too. I really think she'll be a successful artist. Her sculptures are getting a lot of attention.
What's your chat game, Blue? Is it because I'm staying so quiet? I hope it's not too boring with me not talking too much. But yes, I'm gonna ask all the questions.
Anything else you can tell me about Emma?
Hey.
She ought to be a little more careful sometimes. She's a flirt, and although she doesn't mean any harm, some lads don't take too well to being teased and rejected. You should tell her that, though, being her best friend and all.
I have told her. She won't listen.
No. She does worry me a little, but she's a big girl and she can take care of herself. I'm certainly happy to have her living here, next to you and Charlie. She's my favourite tenant.
Oh, that chat game. Oh yeah, sorry with this game being so slow. I'm pretty much watching the chat. That is true, CJ. It just happens. You can probably catch me when I'm puzzle solving. Right now we're just doing talky stuff, but there will be some puzzles in a minute.
What did you think of me when we first met?
That's a peculiar question, isn't it? I thought you were quite lovely. I still do, darling.
Do you remember the day I arrived?
Of course, darling. It wasn't that long ago, and I'm not senile quite yet. It was in May, wasn't it? Charlie referred you to me when you were quite at a loss. First day in the city, wasn't it? I remember. You looked like a lost puppy.
Puppy? Me?
When I saw you lugging that suitcase across the bridge, my heart went out to you. I'm glad you came here. You could have been lost anywhere else.
That eating Pokemon conversation was the most bizarre thing to look over at the chat and see, because I had no idea what you guys were talking about.
How long have you known Charlie?
Oh, he's one of our oldest tenants. It's close to 3 years, I believe, since he moved in. Charlie is always in a good mood, and he's such a gentleman.
I agree. He's an actual, genuine gentleman.
And you don't see a lot of gentlemen these days, trust me. You have a very good friend in him, darling. Perhaps even more than a friend.
What do you mean, more than a friend?
Not for me to say, darling. If you don't realize it yet, you will.
What's up with Zach Lee?
The asshole.
Zach? I think we both feel the same way about him, darling. He's not actually a bastard. If he was, I'd have had him out of here in an instant. But he is an arse, and a stuck-up, pompous, arrogant wanker.
My thoughts exactly. Aside from that wanker bit.
Still, he pays his rent on time, and he doesn't make a lot of noise. He keeps to himself. And most importantly, he's shit scared of me, so I can't just kick him out.
Oh yeah, he's a wanker. Absolutely.
Tell me a little bit about yourself, Fiona.
Me? Why? It's not much to say, darling. I love my job, I love Venice, and I love being with Mickey. I'm a happy girl. Sure, sometimes I wish I could go back to England to see my family, but that's water under the bridge, so to speak. I'm very happy with myself and my life here in Newport.
How long have you and Mickey been together?
Mickey and I have been together since I was 19. She was in her late 30s then. The older, wiser, worldly woman. I found her sweet and charming and intriguing. When I finally realized she was neither of those things, it was too late. I was in love. She stole me away from my dreary British inner-city life, and she brought me here. She was no knight in shining armour, that's for sure, but she knew how to treat me like a woman.
You guys make a great couple.
You think so, darling? Yes, I guess we do. And the sex is amazing.
You never get tired of talking about your sex life, do you?
Never. And if I ever do, please shoot me.
Can you tell me something about the border house?
That's one of my favourite topics, darling. What precisely do you want to know?
What made you decide to run a boarding house?
That's a long story. One of the reasons Mickey and I got together was that we shared a passion for the classic English country inns. You know, quaint, weathered buildings, funny old ladies, and oddly suggestive names like the Lazy Cock.
So why come here to the big city, to America?
We wanted to create a place with a similar atmosphere and hospitality here in Newport. Like a safe house for people like you and I to call home, if only for a short while. So we discussed different options for a few months, and then we decided we wanted to start a boarding house for young, penniless students and artists.
You decided you wanted to do that here in Venice?
We knew that Venice was the place for us long before we came here, but the hard part was finding a building cheap enough.
And this building was available?
Not at first. Like most of the buildings in Venice, this one used to be a factory, but when we first looked at it, a local company was planning to turn it into a bar and nightclub. It was so perfect for our purposes, though, that we appealed to the Venice Borough Council, and after outlining our plans, they gave us the go-ahead at a reduced price, provided we kept our promises regarding our tenants.
Yeah, so Sean, yes, this Mickey and Fiona are a gay couple. So yes. And also, yes, Venice Beach.
What inspired the name Border House?
That came quite naturally when we saw the place. It's on the border between two worlds, isn't it? Between Venice and the city itself. And at the same time, I also believe we're on the border between two more abstract worlds. Between art and spirit on the one hand, and science and technology on the other.
That's very poetic, Fiona.
Yes, I've practiced. I may be an inner city girl, but I can philosophize and bullshit with the best of them.
A literal border house.
Do you and Mickey own the place together?
We own it together, yes, and we've shared the responsibilities between us. Mickey takes care of the maintenance of the building, and I busy myself with the administrative tasks. I also take care of the day-to-day management of our tenants, like deciding whether or not to let someone rent a room. And, of course, the unpleasant business of booting someone out.
I thought you enjoyed that part.
Yes, all right. In some cases I do, but not always. It can get quite messy.
Thanks for the information.
I'm glad I could help you out, darling.
Yay! Thank you, Fluxpaw! Hi! Thank you for following. I had to really resist resist shouting out over the dialogue. Hi! A boarding house. Yes. Oh! Ghost Gifter! Hey, thank you, Ghost Gifter! So CJ, I think what the conversation, why they were asking, why April was asking about it being called the Border House is, yeah, they're spelling it like border as in border, like she said, border between two places. So it's a bit of a play on words, border versus border. I'm gonna hit this. I don't think there's anything more for her to tell, but I'm not quite sure.
Tell me some more about the Border House.
What precisely do you want to know?
Thanks for the information.
Yep.
I'm glad I could help you out, darling.
It's a conversational loop. Oh, yes! Yes. Thank you, Blue. Yeah, so if you're a subscriber, which you are now, Fluxpaw, there's the subscribers chat in the Discord, but there's also a general chat to post links and art and, yeah, trying to make a little community. So, feel free to join.
What can you tell me about Venice?
I don't really know much about the history of Venice. You should really ask someone with an interest in local affairs. What I do know is that this whole neighbourhood used to be an industrial area, and that about 100 years ago they converted most of the buildings into residences for students and the homeless. And it's a nice place to live, certainly. Friendly people, liberal attitudes, great clothing stores, quite perfect, aside from that dreadful stench from the canals in the summertime.
What's the story behind my apartment?
Your apartment? It's more a room than anything else. Not much more than a large closet, really.
It's not that small.
It's one of our smallest rooms, but it's cheap and it's on a nice floor. I hope you're happy there.
I like it. It's convenient, and it's got an interesting view.
That's nice to hear, darling. As for the story behind it, no unexplained deaths or hidden pirate treasures, I'm afraid. Just a long string of students on a tight budget.
No one's died in there yet. Once I leave the apartment, the time frame should become clearer as I go out into the city.
Do you like Newport?
The city? I stay in Venice most of the time. It's easy to forget we're just a tiny little pocket in the middle of a sprawling urban wasteland. But do I like it? I think Newport is one of the great cities of our age. Love it or hate it, you can't argue with that.
And which one is it? Love or hate?
I haven't decided yet, darling. Ask me again in another 15 years. Perhaps I'll have an answer then.
Oh man, CJ, I wish. Although I don't know if I want him coming in my room, so...
I don't have any more questions right now.
Don't hesitate asking if there's something else you want to know.
I'd better get going.
Off to school?
Yeah, there are no more classes this semester, but I have to finish my painting by next Thursday.
For what it's worth, darling, good luck. And don't work too hard, all right?
Yeah, that's a hell of a combination of words. Okay, relying on my knowledge of this game, just to skip ahead a little bit.
Found a gold ring under the common room sofa. If it's yours, let me know. But no false claims, please. Fiona. I did lose a gold ring a few weeks ago. I hope this is the one. I'll have to ask Fiona about it. I saw this note on the corkboard. I think the ring might belong to me.
I'm sorry I have to ask, but could you describe the ring?
Sure thing. It says Sweet 16. My dad gave it to me. I think it was the only birthday of mine he remembered, or at least acknowledged.
Yes, that's the one. I found it under the sofa when I was vacuuming. Here you are, darling.
Thanks. It's not worth much, but it's got a certain sentimental value for me.
It's a very pretty ring.
Yeah, it is. My dad never gave me anything pretty before or since. He must have won a poker game or something that day. You know, it's strange. I don't hate him. He's a bastard, and he treated me like crap almost every single day of my life. But I don't hate him. I feel sorry for him.
Why?
Because he doesn't know how to love. He can't love anybody or anything. And because he'll be miserable every second of every minute of every day until the day he dies. God, I'm glad that life is behind me. I hope I never have to see him again. No, that doesn't sound right. I've made a choice not to see him again. Ever.
Damn, April. Yeah, seriously, CJ, just if you really need a painting that quickly and that badly. Let me just double check my inventory. I don't. Cool. Let's look at the ring, actually.
Dad gave me this gold ring on my 16th birthday.
Out we go!
I love this mural, even though the motif is a little trite. I mean, fairy tale forests and magical dragons? Still, it's pretty. I wonder what happened to the artist. Probably making a bundle from cheesy fantasy calendars and book covers.
What's a book? Oh no, the slideshow! Oh, I missed the best picture!
The alarm is active, but it can't be very effective with the doors wide open like that. Still, there's always somebody around, so I guess we're safe.
Yeah, you're right, CJ! Yeah, she's not putting two and two together there. Those things like, oh, shelves!
It's a pretty mural.
Whoops.
It's a pretty mural.
Come on, I'm trying to hit that. There we go. Whoops!
Whoops! Was that me?
Shelves. Alright, so over here we've got a contraption. Let's look at this contraption here.
What a mystifying contraption, and completely absurd. What are all these valves and wheels and thingamajigs for? What grand purpose does it all serve?
That's the question of life, isn't it, April?
I'd guess that's a pressure gauge. It's at 100. That's percent, I guess. 100% pressure?
Push all the buttons! Oh, that's right, if it goes over 45! Don't let the ink explode!
It's a pressure valve. Nada. Nothing. It's a rusty old wheel. I'd imagine it turns the water on and off. It won't budge. The pressure's probably too high.
I unhooked the safety latch, huh?
That's probably Mickey's handiwork. She's the tool gal around these here parts. I wonder why she put the clamp there, though.
WD-40 works on everything. It's not an iron tube. I think it's just a regular, like, it's almost like a fire hose looking thing.
Oh. It seems the clamp served a purpose after all. What a surprise.
Blue.
Mystifying.
Alright. We'll come back to this.
Oye, señorita.
Yes?
How are you this morning, señorita bonita?
Are we hot, busy, or I'm fine and you? How cordial do we want to be to him? Hot? She was saying it was pretty hot up in her room. We got hot, we got fine. He's definitely not being an ass. Fine? Okay. We'll go with fine. Looks like fine's the winner here.
I'm fine. And you?
Sunshine and pretty señoritas give an old man like me the blues. I like my days cold and rainy. In fact, I think I prefer the world to be in black and white.
Like an old movie.
Like all good movies. But tell me, señorita Ryan, how would you describe your perfect day?
So what kind of day do we like? Do we like hot and sunny, like today? Cold and rainy, like his? Or are we going to be an ass and say, sorry, I have to run? And sorry, FlexPaw, you got outvoted there. I personally like cold and rainy days, but not in abundance. But it's cold and rainy? Well, let's go with cold and rainy.
Cold and rainy like yours.
Está bien. We are alike, you and I. But this heat is not why you are unhappy, no? You are troubled by nightmares.
What?
You are afraid of them. You even fear your dreams may be real.
Who told you about my nightmares?
No one. I can tell from looking into your eyes. I see the ghosts that haunt you.
I don't know who you've been talking to, but from now on, stay the hell away from me in my personal life.
No puedo, señorita Ryan. You have a destiny.
Destiny? I don't care what you think. Just leave me alone.
If you don't face them, I'm afraid your nightmares will continue. Soon they will appear to you even when you're awake.
You need some serious help, you know that?
We all do, April. That's the reason we are here, you and me.
That's it. I don't have to listen to this.
Perdóname. I've upset you. We didn't think you'd react this way. I hope we can talk again soon.
I don't think so, no.
Please, think about it. And señorita, cuidado. Be careful.
Well, that didn't go quite as expected.
That's Cortez. He sits in the same spot almost every day. I hate to admit it, but he scares me a little. I do not want to talk to that weirdo again.
Oh, and by the way, what's flashing up here is, if I remember correctly, there is a diary. And so you can actually go back and she writes out what there's actually some interesting things in here because it starts before the game starts. Yeah, I think he's an alright guy too. I like Cortez. Oh yeah, there you go. So 2209. Yep. So yeah, so that's actually when her birthday was. But I don't know if we want to read through this whole thing, but there's actually a lot of journal entries before the game starts, and then this is when the game started. Oh yeah! You're right! Wait, you're right! It's April 14th! It's her birthday! That was not intentional. But there you go! Yeah, maybe at some point I'll read these out loud. Because I imagine it's probably hard to read on the stream, but we'll keep playing for now. But if you're interested... Oh, let me actually save it. That's an autosave. There we go. If you're interested in having me read out the, oh. Ink Demon! No Ink Demon! Oh my god, can you imagine if Bendy just keeps haunting me? Look at this dude with this fucking, like, green and red mohawk. And yes, April born in April. Probably because her parents are not
Just a
good.
wooden bench.
Yes. Look at this guy. God. And he's like skipping. I wish I had that kind of confidence. Yeah, exactly, CJ. Yeah, he looks happy. That's amazing.
From what I've been told, the clock stopped on the very day of the infamous Venice massacre in 2109, to the minute the police opened fire on the squatters.
I don't what? Oh, you mean feel confident? I'm not confident enough to rock a red and green mohawk and skip around Venice. Alright, so let's see. So there's a few places we can go. That's where the border house is. So we can either go to the subway, we could go to the park, or we could go to the cafe. I do suit in public. That's a good point. And CJ, you totally would... Oh, blue and purple actually would be kind of cool. Aww. So where do you think we should investigate first? We got the subway, the park, and the cafe. So the subway, there's really nothing kind of drawing us there. The park, I will spoil a little bit. That's the path towards the school, so I can go work on my painting. Or the cafe, remember she said she had her timesheet for working at the cafe, so I could go there. So we could go to the park, subway, park, or cafe. So we got CJ saying park. We could definitely go to the park. Sean says subway. So we got one vote for each. 2 votes for park. Is that park? Yeah, that was a tiebreaker. Okay, we're going to the park. The park! Oh yeah, I think if I double click she runs. There we go. But she needs her exercise. 10 minutes later, yeah. Oh man, did you ever play the point-and-click adventure Star Trek game? I forget what that was called. But you couldn't make them run, and it would sometimes take 10 minutes for them to walk across the screen. Oh, yeah, this park is a bit industrialized.
Nothing adds more to the tranquility of a city park than a huge rusty iron bridge.
Even April is jaded on the park. Oh my god, yes, Star Trek. No, Final Unity, that's what it was called. Star Trek: A Final Unity was a Star Trek point-and-click adventure game. I actually couldn't beat it. I got right to the end, and for whatever reason, they forgot to make it so you needed this device to beat the game, but you also needed the device at the previous planet, and they made it so that you could forget and leave it there, but once you got to the planet to beat the game, you couldn't leave to go get the device again, so I effectively got myself stuck. But that game was great. But also, yeah, you couldn't make them run, and sometimes they would just saunter across the screen. Anyway, enough about Star Trek. Let's go back to the longest journey. Oh, I already said that.
Tranquility of a city park than a huge rusty iron bridge. I can't even begin to guess what that's supposed to be.
Yep, that's exactly right, Blue. I was so close to the end. It was called the Geridian Tube, and I left it in an old computer at another planet. And yes, the music was pretty ominous there, actually.
This guy's out here all day long, all year. He never stops painting. Ever. And I doubt he's ever finished even one painting.
I wish I had that kind of time.
Nothing adds more to the tranquility of a city park than a huge rusty iron bridge.
I think that's actually all I can look at. Oh, okay, CJ. Good point. Good point. Alright, I'm going to the academy! Run, April, run! Look at these. You know, it's funny. I did not remember the fashion sense in this game. Probably because I was, you know, living it in the 90s.
It's the official VAVA notice board. Only registered students are allowed to put notices up here.
Can I look at Bava? There we go.
The Venice Academy of the Visual Arts. World-renowned, prestigious, expensive, and my future alma mater, if all goes well with the exhibition and I get my grant, that is. That's Mary Sam, VAVA's founding mother and pro-Venice activist back before the riots. She was assassinated by a corporate hired gun right after the school opened some 90 years ago.
Damn, the future's bleak.
Bishop and Anne Marie. He's a photography student. She's in my life study class. Nice couple. No, I've got too much to do right now.
You don't have time to talk to them?
No, I've got too much to do right now.
Definitely lots of backstory. Yeah, I like the world building in this game a lot.
Art books. There's a really nice one here on Turner. I love his landscapes.
Hey, I looked at the bookshelves and she didn't just say shelves.
Nice. Very Van Goghish, with just a hint of Munch.
Can I talk to this guy? Oh, yeah.
Olav's on a roll. Again. Does that guy ever run out of inspiration or energy? Must be the cold Norwegian winters. Nothing else to do but paint.
Paint.
Don't want to disturb him. Somebody's thrown away a rubber glove. Somebody's thrown away a rubber glove.
I'm taking it.
Why would somebody toss out a perfectly good work glove with just one big hole in it? What a terrible, terrible waste.
Oh, yeah. I mean, not to get too heavy on heavy subjects, but yeah, I've definitely had my experiences with anxiety and depression. Yeah, oh my God. But same thing, CJ. It's definitely better now that I'm older. Being a kid sucks sometimes. And Flexpaw, I know, right? She's literally talking right behind him. All right, let's go work on our painting.
Emma's really good with the holosculptor, and her imagination is so vivid. Good thing we're best friends, or I might be jealous. These sinks are as old as the building itself, but at least they've been renovated quite recently. Some books on color, composition, and duck hunting? Those sketchbooks belong to some of the other students who share this space.
So sketchbooks, paints.
Acrylic and oil paints. Those are some of my most recent sketches. Unfortunately, they serve only as a barren testament to my lack of inspiration. Art books mostly. I've browsed through all of them, looked at the pictures, but I'd much prefer to see the paintings in real life. I can only think of two things more depressing than a blank canvas: death and taxes. I'm way past finger painting. I need a paintbrush and palette. The tools of my trade. The best thing about working up here is that nobody borrows my stuff. I'm way past finger painting. I need a paintbrush and palette.
Forgot, it's a venture game. You gotta do this. Oh, okay, Sean, no worries. Sleep well. It is all good. Thanks for coming. And yeah, CJ. Okay, yeah. No, I know what you're talking about. I guess I haven't ever really gotten to that level.
Hiya. Emma? Hi. I didn't expect to see you here today.
Me neither. Are you busy?
Nah. Well, I am. But I was about to wrap up for today anyway. Why? What's going on?
I have an important message for you.
Should I ask who it's from, what the message is, or should I say, I really hope it's not from my mom? Who do you, from whom? Okay, yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, from whom?
Believe it or not, girlfriend, but it's from Cortez.
Excuse me?
He said to tell you that he wants to meet you, these are his exact words, where children visualize their dreams.
Visualize dreams? What's that supposed to mean?
Me? I was hoping you would know.
Oh my god, CJ, no! Oh shit, Flux! Oh my god! Yeah... Sleep is probably a good idea, though, if you were working that late. Oh, Jesus.
Did he say anything else?
No, that was it. Why does he want to meet you? Oh, don't tell me. You guys are having a secret love affair.
Oh, yeah. We're eloping and flying to Africa tonight. It's all been happening so fast. My heart's aflutter.
How romantic. I couldn't imagine a better catch than Senor Cortez, the Latin lover.
Oh no, Blue! Tell your computer to calm down.
Did he talk to you about nightmares?
No. Why?
I don't know. It's just... my dreams are really starting to bother me.
There you go again with dreams. You're obsessing, April. They're just dreams. Sometimes a banana is just a banana.
Like a cigar? Oh no! Yeah, oh jeez. Cigar? Yeah, because it says cigar, and a dragon is just a dragon, or do you want to hear about my dream or not? I'm thinking cigar. Oh, shit, Blue, like, actually, you had to, like, oh, God, that's not a good crash. That's rough.
Cigar.
Cigar? What do you mean cigar?
Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar, not a banana.
Whatever. The point is, you're reading too much into your dreams. I'm sure they're perfectly logical.
Even a talking dragon? Is a talking dragon logical?
Especially a talking dragon? You had a dream about a dragon? Okay, that's not logical. That's just silly. Still, this ought to be interesting. Go on.
Well, there was a dragon.
I think we established that already. You had a dream about a dragon.
Not just any dragon, though. A talking dragon.
Yep, we've been through that. Talking dragon covered. What did it say?
She. It was a she, a female dragon.
What, you could tell from the skirt, high heels, and lipstick?
Don't mock me, Emma. She said something to me. Something about being the mother of the future.
She probably said time to get up and go to school, April.
If you don't want to take my dreams seriously, I'll just stop telling you about them.
Is that a promise?
Like you're in any position to make fun of my dreams? Have you looked at your sculptures lately?
Oh, that's low. I'd punch you out if I wasn't so hungry. You want to go get some lunch at the Fringe?
Actually, it was April being mean to Emma. Although they were kind of both swapping back and forth there. Oh, we do need Swallow Fire. Where's the commentary? So do we want to tell Emma that we're not hungry, or we'll drop by the cafe later? Oh, CJ, that's a good point. Yeah. Cafe? CJ says no. Although Fluxpaw, we kind of dragons in high heels. Fluxpaw, you got outvoted last time, so I think I'm gonna do the drop by later.
I'll drop by after I clean up around here.
I'll be there for a while, so bye.
So bye. Sorry, CJ.
Who's there? Okay, that was not a dream, I think.
Scary dragon! Oh, shoot, I forgot to ask for Blue's vote. I should really figure out how to do, like, votes in the chat or something. You know what I mean? Like, although that would probably take a lot of effort with all the different conversation pieces.
It's Emma's contribution to the exhibition. I have no idea what it is, and neither, apparently, does she. But it looks absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, you're right. It would take absolutely forever.
Nice. Very Van Goghish, with just a hint of Munch. April Ryan, you have...
Whoops. I accidentally cut that off.
Nice hair color.
Damn. There are a lot more people in the park all of a sudden. And I can't really look at any of them. Okay, so we're going to go to the cafe now. Blue. Uh-oh.
Man, those guys are in trouble. Don't they know that skateboarding is strictly prohibited in Newport?
Oh, shit. Oh, shit! That's frightening.
Those guys are in trouble. Don't they know that skateboarding is strictly prohibited in Newport?
It's not skate or die, it's skate and die. This cop is straight up pointing an assault rifle at them for skateboarding. It's a tickle gun.
Can you say Death Star?
Yes, the Death Star is in this game. It's right there.
If I turn that wheel, would the drain pipes of the universe open up and swallow all solid matter? It could happen.
Rollerblades. I know, right? But she's probably talking about, like, Star Wars 87. The mystery door. Rusty pipes. Let's look at the mystery door.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody pass through that door. Isn't that peculiar? And if I was Nancy Drew, I might actually care.
For being 200 and something odd years in the future, she's making a lot of very current references.
Rusty pipes. They're hundreds of years old, installed way back when Venice was an industrial area. See, I know some local history. The Fringe Cafe, my home away from home. I really don't mind working there. It's a nice place. I mean, it ranks nice on a scale from begging for food at the bottom to just scraping by at the top. I do not intend to make a career of it.
Disneyland! Oh my god, Blue, I don't think they installed rusty pipes.
I think people should have the good sense to do that kind of stuff behind closed doors. At least as long as I don't have a boyfriend. It amazes me why backpackers flock to Newport. You'd think they'd have the good sense to stick to India, Australia, and the near-Earth colonies.
Alright, let's go ahead and go into the cafe. Yep, the near-Earth colonies. There's a candy jar, and there's Charlie, our friend. Let's talk to Charlie. Actually, let's look at the candy.
Candy for paying customers only. Stan has a habit of taking it out of your salary if you, get the munchies.
Yes, we do have colonies off Earth. And you can backpack at them, in them, near them. Oh my god! Okay, I'm gonna steal the candy. Here we go.
I'm sure Stan won't notice if I dig gently into his supply. He's got crates of these in the back.
I got candy!
That's my good friend Charlie. He was the first person I met when I came to Venice, and I love him dearly. As a friend.
No! They're there for paying customers! I mean, I'm not a customer and I'm not paying, but...
Hi, Charlie.
April, nice to see you, girl. You know, I came to wake you this morning, but you'd already left. Early bird catches the worm.
No, early bird finishes the damn painting on time.
There we go! He did turn around! Alright, so I'm just going to work my way through the conversation here, because these are all things, they don't drive a single conversation, so let's go!
Have you seen Cortez around?
As a matter of fact, I have. And he was asking for you.
He asked about me?
Yeah, where you were. He had a message for you. I told him to give it to Emma, that she would be more likely to bump into you.
I got it, but I have no idea what it means.
Cortez can be a little strange.
Do you know where he was going?
No, but he seemed interested in that poster next to the jukebox. They put it up earlier today.
Do you have any idea where kids would be able to, visualize their dreams?
Maybe in therapy.
I don't think that's it, Charlie.
Then I don't know.
Thanks.
Anytime, April.
Thanks.
How's work going today?
Aside from the trouble with the plumbing, everything's been peaceful. Emma's here with Marcus and Isabel. Other than that, I mean, it's been a quiet morning. Everyone must be home out of the sun, yeah?
Or on holiday.
Perfect time for it, too. The city's just boiling in July, and it gets even hotter in August. You should have stayed out in the country until the autumn, girl. It's cooler out there, yeah?
Oh, yeah, CJ, I noticed that. I never realized that before. He says Isabel, like he puts an emphasis on the wrong syllable, you know? No, I put the clamp back, Blue. I put it back. Oh, shit. So this is a choice here. Yeah, the summers were cooler back home, or I think I prefer this heat to the heat I got at home. Shit. No, I fixed the clamp, I promise! So I think, should we talk about our terrible home life again? Or should we just agree with him that, the summers were cooler back home? Talk about the heat? Might reveal a little bit of backstory here.
I think I prefer this heat to the heat I got at home.
You're safe now, yeah? We take care of you, April.
You do. I'm lucky.
It's not luck. You're a good person. And you deserve good friends. You help me out when I'm in a state, yeah?
You're always in a good mood, Charlie.
Yeah, but you never know. You're there if I ever need you. I know that.
You doing anything special tonight?
Working. I should really be at rehearsal, but I need the money. I'm going home for a week before school starts in September.
Right, you told me. Well, that's great. It's been years since your last trip home, right?
Yeah, right. You remember well, girl. 4 years. My father and I, well, we haven't been on good terms since I left.
I know how that feels.
Isn't it such a cliche, though? I don't look forward to seeing him again, but it will be nice to be back with the rest of the family, especially my sisters, you know, and my mom.
Aw, CJ. And Blue, yeah. I know you were amending something else, but...
Mind if I ask you a few questions, Charlie?
Why would I mind, girl?
What's your take on Cortez?
Why do you want to talk about Cortez? I don't know him that well. He's been around for as long as I can remember, but I really never talked to the man.
Do you think he's as crazy as some people say?
No, he's not crazy. Just a little eccentric. He doesn't give a donkey's ass what people think or say about him. And that's cool. I don't know. I have a feeling there's a lot more to Cortez than what he wants us to believe. That man has had an eventful life, I'm sure.
Anything else that comes to mind about Cortez?
What else? I don't know what to tell you, girl. When he's not talking about books, he talks about old movies. He loves the classics, calls them real art.
Oh, yeah, CJ. Oops, sorry. Yeah, dark humor. Yeah, I could definitely see. I've seen. if you don't know the audience, sometimes it can go a little awry.
What was it about me that made you want to be my friend, Charlie?
Everything, girl. You're a sweet peach. No, it's true. I liked you from the very beginning. When you first came into the cafe with a suitcase in each hand, lost and bewildered.
God, thanks for reminding me. I was such a country bumpkin.
No, everyone who comes to Venice looks like that, girl. This is the village of the damned, don't you know?
Oh, so you did know them. Oh, shoot. Yeah, then, oops. Oh my god, yeah, it's just Newport.
How long have you known Emma?
I met Emma about a year ago when she started studying at Vava. She moved into the room just opposite mine, and we became friends almost immediately. I like her a lot, and the two of you are the best friends I've ever had.
Thanks, Charlie. The same goes for me. Did you ever tell Emma that?
Yeah, I told her, and she jokes about it. That's just Emma. I know she appreciates me telling her, though.
Does Emma's behavior ever worry you?
She can seem a little out of control from time to time, but she's smarter than people give her credit for. I think she's able to take good care of herself. She's a brilliant artist. Her sculptures are inventive and beautiful.
I know. Sometimes I'm in awe. They just don't seem to match her personality.
She's a deep person, but she hides it well. She's more comfortable being a ditzy teenager than a professional artist. But around the two of us, sometimes she lets the disguise drop. I love her when she does that.
Do you like living in Venice?
I love Venice. I've been here 3 years now, and I haven't grown tired of it yet. I don't know if I ever will. Venice is like a college campus. There are so many young people here from all over the world. And the mix of nationalities and ideologies and ethnicities is refreshing and inspiring. The fact that we're also right in the middle of one of the great cities on Earth is just a bonus. Call Newport whatever you want, at least it's alive, and there's always something going on. Yeah, Venice is my kind of place, and I'm not planning on leaving anytime soon. At least not as long as all my friends are living here.
Man, it is so hard not to talk over the dialogue. Thank you, Anonymous Cheerer! That is so cool! Thank you! I got ghost bits. Look at the little emoji!
What about you, Charlie?
What about me?
Yeah? When was the last time you talked about yourself?
I don't talk about myself, girl. You know that.
Still, I'd like to talk about you for a bit.
If you want. Just in general, or is there anything in particular you want to know?
What's your biggest dream?
A dark stage, a packed auditorium, and a single spotlight. Dancing, girl, don't you know? I'm a good dancer, but I need to be among the best to make it out in the real world. So I'll keep studying and I'll keep working as a waiter to support my studies. Just like you.
Yeah, that ghost definitely looks like he's having fun with that bit. The woo bit!
How did you end up in Venice?
At home, there wasn't much professional training available for dancers. And my father, he was not happy about my choice of career. He wanted me to work in the factories like him and his father. Out here in Venice, everyone's got their own dreams, and people are supportive of each other no matter how crazy those dreams might be.
Your dream isn't crazy at all, Charlie. You're already halfway there.
But I still have a long way to go. You're right, girl. I can make it if I work hard enough. So can you. Because we're both just so damn talented.
Is it okay now? You're right. It dropped a good handful of frames there for a little bit, but it looks like it's doing okay now. No, it's still bad? It's still a bit crunch. Huh. Just the audio? Is the audio okay now? Looks okay? Oh, it's fine now. Okay. Sorry about that. Oh, I just plugged in my headset, so I wonder if that was it. Was it my audio or the game audio? Oh, okay, it was probably me plugging in my headset. Sorry about that.
Are you happy working here at the cafe?
We make decent money, if that's what you mean. I don't want to be a bartender for the rest of my life, obviously. But yeah, I'm happy I have a job. And you work here too, so I get to hang out with my friend, right?
If it wasn't for that, I don't know if I'd be able to do it. Hard work and lousy pay. The hours are flexible, and like you said, I get to hang out with you and my other friends. That's all I wanted to know, Charlie.
Okay.
Thanks, Charlie.
All right.
I have to get going, Charlie.
Take care, all right? Remember, you're supposed to get paid today. Stan's not gonna remember unless you bug him about it.
All right. So let's not tell him that we stole the candy. She should say sorry, Charlie. She stole his candy. Or candy from the cafe, at least. So we gotta talk to Stan about getting paid, and we also gotta talk to, or check out the poster. Oh, Emma's here. And there's Marcus. Okay, let's talk to Stan first.
My boss, Stan. A hard man with a soft... Nah. He's just a callous bastard.
I heard that.
I knew that.
She is saying these things out loud! She just called her boss a callous bastard out loud, talking to herself.
What you doing here?
You
ain't working this afternoon, are you? I don't want my employees work 24 hours a day. Go, get sleep.
But I'm just...
Damn, woman, do I have to babysit you?
It's nice to see you too, Stanley. No, I'm not working today. I just came by to...
Oh, don't ever say those two words when I'm around. I don't think my ulcer can take it.
You? And nice?
That's funny. No, working and not. Don't use those two words in the same sentence. Damn, I get creeps even when I say them.
I can ask it, I can say I'd like to get paid, but I think I want to say, I thought you'd be ecstatic to have people work 24-hour shifts.
I thought you'd be ecstatic to have people work 24-hour shifts.
Oh, don't get me wrong, sweetheart. There's nothing I'd want more, but you see, for some weird reason, it is illegal to make people work that long.
What a downer.
Yeah, I'd make you guys work triple shifts if I could.
Nah, I don't think you would. I think you're a real angel at heart, Stanley. You're just afraid people will find out.
Yeah, I'm a real goddamn sweetheart. Go on, take advantage of my kindness while I'm still out of my head.
I'd like to get paid.
Damn, woman, don't you know I got a migraine already? Paid? God damn it. Why'd they have to make that word sound so obscene? Listen, why don't you leave old Stan alone, huh? They make me feel a whole hell of a lot better. Choo, choo, be good, little girl,
Fluxpaw, Blue, you both need to take a break. Your works are working you too much.
I'd still like to get paid, though.
Mighty mana, woman. You really know how to rub it in. God damn it. Yeah, all right. Got your timesheet?
So, oh, Blue, that's awesome. Good, I'm glad you did the interviews. That's great. And yes, Flex, gotta demand that money, that real cash monies. Oh, Blue, that's also good. Hopefully things work out with the people you're interviewing, but it's also good you're looking. Aw, well, there'll be something out there for you. And remember, my timesheet was lost in my journal. I already pulled it out, but I could say yes, no, or maybe here. So I'm going to go ahead and say yes, because I already found it.
Yes?
Yes? Yes? Let's see it. God damn, you think I'm gonna take your word for a woman?
Aw, Tarthless, I hope you feel better. Alright, let's give him my... Whoops! Let's give him my timesheet.
Here you are, my timesheet.
Don't say that word too loud, sweetheart. You're killing me. Let's see. What is this? Huh? No. Did I sign this? What I thinking?
So?
At least it doesn't look like it's been forged. Thanks.
Thanks? Where's my money?
Oh, you ain't getting it now. Next week, honey. I write down this amount in my ledger. Don't you worry your head from it.
Jesus. He isn't even gonna pay me! Oh my god, Tarthless did get snapped! We must avenge him! Oh my god, Fluxpaw, I should have stuck him with a thumbtack. He's not even gonna pay me! So, here's a choice. I could say, I need the money now, Stanley. Next week, you promise. So that's being a little too forgiving there. Or, forget that, I quit. So what do you think I should do? I don't think we should do the middle one. That's a little too soft here. That's a little too trusting of him, and he's kind of a douchebag, I think. But I could demand the money, or I could threaten to quit, although he may call my bluff. Give me my... It's my money, and I want it now! CJ, is that a vote for the first option here? Right meow! Give me right meow! So it sounds like we want to go with the first option here, huh? Money right meow? Yeah, if he calls my bluff and lets me quit, then that might be bad. Alright, okay. Sounds like we're doing money now, Stanley. Money now.
I need the money now, Stanley.
Yeah, we all need money now. That ain't gonna happen. Next week, I tell you.
Oh shit! He's not gonna let us. Alright, I'll ask about next week.
Next week? You promise?
Sure, I promise. Next week. And if that falls through, the week after. But you'll get it sooner or later.
Forget that. I quit.
You're quitting? You can't quit. You work for me. Nobody quits this job, honey.
I can quit. And I'm quitting. I quit.
Damn, woman, you know how hard it is to find people to take a crappy job like this one? I need you.
Just as much as you need the money?
All right, Jesus, I give you your damn money. What was it, 50 bucks?
$375, Stanley, cash.
Oh, sure, cash. 300. Are you sure? I pay you guys way too much. All right, give me your CC.
Thank you, Stanley.
Fine, sure, whatever. Hey, I mean it. You free tonight? Wanna pull a shift? Sandra, she out sick and I need a replacement pronto. How about it?
Should we take the shift or no? Also, yeah, I realized when we chose the first option, it was like, oh wait, that's one of those instances where, yeah, it gives a choice, but it eventually goes one direction. Oh yeah, we do have to go meet Cortez. So no, we have plans. Nope.
No, sorry, I have plans.
Plans? Plans on a Friday? Mighty mana, what's the world come to? Get out from here. Leave me alone with my migraine and ulcer.
And that's Stanley. Let's take a look at... So Marcus is not a priest. I forget who it was, said, why is a priest here?
That's my, well, Emma's friend, really. Marcus. He's a Vava student as well.
Oh my god, you're right, I didn't notice that. Here, actually, let's, here. I think I can turn off...
It's a jukebox, according to Stan. It's an original. Almost 200 years old. I don't know. That looks like a replica to me. A good replica, but still.
Let's see if we can turn the music off a little bit.
It took some convincing, but Stan finally agreed to put the jukebox on free play. I'll just choose a track at random.
There we go. We got some different music there. Oh yeah, look, before we talk to Emma, let's look at this poster here.
Roma Gallery presents Growing Pains, an exhibition by and for kids and teenagers. Could this be what Cortez was talking about? Where kids visualize their dreams? I think this may be it. Where's the Roma Gallery located? It's a poster ad for an exhibition called Growing Pains at the Roma Gallery. Complimentary student pass. Cool. I like anything that's complimentary. I never say no to a complimentary ticket.
Yoink! Ticket! Yeah, look at that fluffy 2-egg omelet. With red currant jelly and fried potatoes. Also, grifted cheese and bacon sandwich. What's grifted? Oh, grilled! So CJ, it sounds like you would like this cafe then. What's this poster? Synthetic eggs.
Follies.
Tom's Follies. Grill me a cheese! Yeah, it's all synthetic eggs and cheese now.
When she's not working, or out on a date, Emma's always hanging out here. Just like me, really. Just like all of us.
Yeah, this cafe's pretty dirty.
Settle this one for us, April. When did Roindale release Sidetracked?
04, right after the Morning Star exile, those sons of bitches.
With blood on their boots, yeah. Told you so, Marcus.
You said 03.
I was closer than you. 07, and you call yourself a fan.
I don't.
Did you speak with Zach today?
Why?
He was upset. Called you a stuck-up bitch.
He what? You gotta be kidding me. I wasn't even that rude to him.
He thinks so. So that even if you came crawling to his door, he wouldn't give you the time of day. Said you called him an asshole.
Oh, God. I really don't know when to shut my mouth, do I?
Who cares? It's Zach. He hates you, so what? No great loss.
That's true.
So what else is going on? What are you doing this afternoon?
Emma's our best friend, though. You don't like her?
Actually, I came by to see if I could find Cortez.
What's with you and this guy? You'd rather spend time with him than us?
I have to find out what the message means.
Don't look at me. I don't know anything except what I already told you. Ask Charlie. He spoke with Cortez earlier.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I can see why you don't like Emma. She's a certain kind of personality. I don't know. I don't mind her.
What are you doing?
Staying here. What else? I'm meeting a friend later, but that's not until 9. We're waiting for Isabel and then we're gonna eat. But I guess you're not hungry.
No.
Figures. I don't know why I even bother asking.
I just realized they messed up on the subtitles. When Charlie talked about Isabel, it was spelled with the E-L-L-E at the end, whereas the subtitles for her saying it didn't have that.
Who's this friend you're meeting later? Don't tell me it's that guy you were out with last night.
Are you gonna tell me I shouldn't get involved with men like him?
No, of course not. I'm not your... You don't need me to tell you that, Emma.
Well, I wish you would, 'cause you're right. I shouldn't, he's a bastard. But he's so cute and charming and, you know, very good in bed. I just can't help myself. But he's not a keeper, don't worry about that. It's just this thing, just a fling.
Sorry, I ruined it for you all.
Mind if I ask you some questions, Emma?
Like I don't tell you everything that's going on anyway? Of course you can ask me questions. Like, duh.
Oh my god. She's gonna be real creeped out if we talk about Cortez again, isn't she?
What's your, take on Cortez?
My take on Cortez. What's that, like a diplomatic way of saying what the F is this guy's glitch?
Sure, let's go with that one.
You know, I think Cortez is a barrel of laughs. In a good way. Everybody thinks they got him all figured out, you know? Like he's the resident weirdo. But I know that just ain't true. I've talked with Cortez, and the guy is brilliant. He's weird, yeah, and he's up in the clouds, and I think he believes in aliens, which is cool, but girl, he's smart. I mean, I'm not talking professor smart here. I'm talking real life, seen it all, been there, done that, smart. Useful smart. Experienced smart. And, ooh, I gotta tell you, the guy's cultured. Ask him about anything, art, music, movies, books. He's current on most topics, which scares me because it seems he's always just, I don't know, hanging around doing nothing. He rarely goes anywhere. And it's like he's waiting for something. Or someone.
Yeah, maybe Jerry Garcia.
You're bad. No, I don't think he's a doper. I mean, listen to the guy. What he says may sound a little out there, but the way he says it... No, he's not on Amethyst, that's for sure. And one more thing, he is cute.
He's what?
Cute.
Emma, he's like 60.
Did you ever see his eyes? Those are not the eyes of an old man. And so what if he's 60? He's better looking than most of the guys I date and so much nicer.
Then I think you've been swimming in the shallow end of the gene pool for too long, Emma. I mean, come on, a 60-year-old screwball with a ponytail and an exotic accent? Hello?
Well, we'll see.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I updated the Twitter banner. I'm glad you like that sticker because I love it. Oh, CJ, the resident weirdo. I think I'm the resident weirdo around here too, so.
Did you speak with Charlie today?
Yeah, for a few minutes. Why?
Nothing. Just wondered is all.
April, did he say anything to you at all?
About what?
About... nothing. I mean, I don't know anything. Which isn't true because I don't lie, but he... Ugh, forget it. If we were having this conversation in a movie, I'd be going, like... Shit, girl, get your act together, open your eyes! But I don't think that's a good idea. Not in real life. Because real life has a nasty habit of hurting people's feelings.
Yeah, the fursuit doesn't really make it easy to blend in with the not weirdo people, right?
Did you finish your sculpture for the exhibit?
Pretty much. I'm happy with it, and I know that if I go back and keep working on it, I'll just kill it. So I think I'll leave it alone. You?
You know what? Don't ask. I'm praying it'll finish itself one of these days.
Sure. Could happen. It could so happen. But I wouldn't count on it.
I'll have it ready in time.
Yes, you will, or I'll kick your ass so hard that you'll...
Okay, I got it. Thanks for the inspiration. Thanks, Emma.
Thanks for what? For talking to you? Girlfriend, what the hell is the matter with you? Snap out of it.
Oh, Blue, cut yourself some credit, though. This game's great.
I gotta run.
See you around, stranger.
This is like a 1990s time capsule right here. What's this? Oh, I could look at a poster over here.
The Cotton Queen.
I never noticed I could look at that poster. Nope. Oh, CJ, I didn't know you had Splatoon 2. And yeah, Fluxpod. So, back when this came out, you know, everyone was saying, like, this is, like, the adventure game, but it kind of burned quick and, you know, everyone kind of forgot about it, but I loved it, so I'm actually really glad to be able to play it again and stream it. Oh no, you're gonna trade in Splatoon! Oh, okay, I guess if you hate it, that's fine, but... adventure games, ARK? No, I don't know that game, Flux, I don't. I don't even think... ARK, is that an acronym for something? Okay, so let's check out the subway here. We're trying to find Cortez. And, oh, that's right, wait. Actually, let's look at this ticket.
It's the address. The gallery's located near the Watertown Bridge. It's all the way over in West Venice, if I remember correctly. I'm gonna have to catch the Metro Line subway to get there. It's a complimentary pass to the Growing Pains exhibition at the Roma Gallery. Could this...
Whoops.
It's a complimentary student...
Ah, I missed a line of dialogue, damn it. Oh, it's on Steam! Okay, it's AR-K? I'll take a look at it. Oh, it's Smash! Oh no, CJ! Although, no problem. I mean, not every game is for everybody. And, it is totally okay if you want to trade it in, but I totally would have played with you if you liked them. Oh, I forgot you could get to the park from here. Okay.
East Venice. There are, I think, 3 subway stops in Venice, including this one.
Oh, okay. I definitely want to check out ARK then. Also, if you guys like me streaming adventure games, which I wasn't sure if you would because it's less of me talking. I didn't know if just playing the game would be too engaging, but I'm glad you're liking it. I know it could be a little slow, but I really love this game. And what I was going to say is, if you haven't heard of Primordia, it's a Wadget Eye adventure game. I would love a chance to stream that too, because I love the art style, and it's got a similar, like, futuristic, like, retro future vibe.
Uh-oh. I have to get scanned. Jumping gates in the Newport subway is a corporate offense liable to get me 5 years behind bars, if I'm lucky.
Shit, 5 years for hopping a subway
It's a
line?
gene scanner. It, scans your genes, puts your genetic signature into a database, and allows you through all corresponding gates. I'll get a weekly pass, just in case. It's a small camera.
I don't remember what to do here, actually.
It's a small camera. I already pushed the button.
I thought she'd look into it. Oh! Aha, yes.
Card. Usable anywhere in the world, and it's totally anonymous.
Thank you!
$15 subtracted from cash card. You are now free to travel on all Metroline subways for exactly 1 week. And remember, genetic forgery is a federal crime. Keep your genes clean. Have a nice day.
Yeah, shoot, I didn't even think of holding the cash card up. I'm actually glad you thought of that. I thought it was a retinal scanner. No, no spicy jeans! Oh! Oh! Old lady.
Sweet old ladies just ain't what they used to be. The screen really is ubiquitous. There's no escape anywhere.
Mind the gap. Oh my god! Blue, you totally could splice your jeans! Oh my god, this is totally the Comic-Con trolley. Just maybe a little dirtier.
Yeah, well, that is pretty rad, isn't it?
Okay. So we were in East Venice, and then we got the Watertown Bridge.
Newport Transit Systems. Another victim of Amethyn. Poor guy's drugged out on Amethyn. They say the first motor function to suffer is always rhythm.
Yeah, I realized that. I wasn't going to say anything if... I totally forgot that, actually. Of course, when I was younger, I didn't even, think about that. But, yeah, that comment on the old lady was definitely dated.
Poor guy's drugged out on Amethyn.
Oops.
They say the first motor function to suffer is always rhythm. Big sound from such a small box.
It was the lady was a trans lady, and she said they don't make little old ladies like they used to. At least that's what I took from that. But yeah, younger me didn't catch that at all, and actually I didn't realize that until just now. I was like, oh wait. Ladies in quotation marks. Okay, that's kind of really dated.
Hello, sir. Sir? I'll just leave my ticket here then, shall I? Yes. Yes, I guess I'll do that.
Yeah, good point, Blue. It's progressive in some ways. I mean, the fact that I don't know, yeah, I don't know what they were thinking with that. That is the risk of streaming older games.
Neat. Slow day, I guess. It's a pointy-edged swan.
Aw, sorry, CJ.
There's absolutely nothing out there. Nothing. Oh, there's a city, an entire world even, but nothing.
Things I hope things are improving, obviously, and definitely as things go on, things will get better. But it is definitely, especially now, it's like, God, people are rough.
It's a short, nude creature with a snout. Very inspiring.
Inspiring.
For the life of me, I can't figure out why Cortez wants to meet me. Come to think of it, why do I want to meet him?
About time you showed up.
About time? I spent more than...
Mira, this painting. Right here. Look.
Oh no, do I want to ask what the Reddit post was, Blue? or is it like really a bummer? And also, what should I ask here? Oh, okay, Tarthless. Nini. Thanks. Sleep well. And yeah, we're almost to the end of chapter 1, so once chapter 1's done, we'll finish up here for the night. But yeah, rubber duck. There was a ducky floaty that was stuck in the canal. About this morning? Because, yeah, there's options are why you brought me all the way down here to look at a painting, and about this morning. So Blue's saying about this morning. CJ, what do you think about this morning? Oh, yeah, Tarthless. That's often cited as one of the most obscure puzzle game puzzles. Number 3? Okay.
About this morning.
Apology accepted, señorita. It's a hot day and tempers run high.
But I wasn't...
Just look at the painting.
I'm gonna look at it. I think I could just pick all of them. Let's see.
It's nice work.
It's very nice. But there's more to it than nice. Keep looking.
Who's the artist?
A boy named Warren Hughes. Not so long ago, I knew him and his family quite well. But he does not paint anymore.
What am I looking for?
What do you see?
So, what do you see? I see a guy hugging a girl. I see an oil painting of 2 humans locked in an embrace. I see a statement of loss. And I see art. So I'm seeing like one figure here and one figure here. So it is a hug. I think this is actually another one of those ones where you could choose all of them. And the last one's the right one, but... Loss? Okay.
I see a statement on loss. The guy, he's hugging a girl. And by all rights, he should be happy. But he's not. He's probably already mourning the loss of her, even though that's still somewhere in his future.
Statements? Who cares about statements? Tell me what you see.
I see a guy hugging a girl.
And?
They're probably boyfriend-girlfriend, and she's dumping him. He looks really depressed.
Yes. Forget the story. What do you see?
Yeah, Flux, art is the correct answer. Let's go through this one, though, too.
I see an oil painting of 2 humans locked in an embrace.
That's all you see? But there's so much more. Look. Look.
I see art.
Art, yes. And beyond that. Beyond art.
What? CJ, what are the little lines? What does it mean? A wall. So is it illusion, truth, or technique here? What? I don't know. I don't get it. It's just some Oh, it's lost. Oh, god damn it. Fucking hell. Damn it! I fell for it. So what do you think? Illusion, truth, or technique here? Damn it, CJ. Illusion. Oh, truth. So we got truth and illusion. Fluxfile, you're the deciding vote here. The wall is not an answer. Oh, damn it! I guess I'm the tiebreaker. So, I'm actually gonna go with... No! I'm gonna go with truth, I think. 7? Alright.
Truth. Exactly. A deeper truth. This painting, this particular work of art, speaks a deeper truth. It has a soul.
How can a painting have a soul?
It has a soul because it has an identity. It has a heart. The memory of this painting will survive beyond this moment. It will linger in your mind, become part of the tapestry of your subconscious. It has made a lasting impression on you, and you're not quite sure why.
It's just a painting by some kid. It's not as if it's a Picasso or a Monet.
Now you're arguing technique. Not every painting by Van Gogh or Michelangelo is real art either, although they all demonstrate great technique and craftsmanship. And the scribbled drawings of a 5-year-old child are rarely technically impressive, but they may still have a soul. They may still be real art.
So you're saying real art is not defined by the skill of the artist? Then what is art? If just anybody can create something more real than artists who've spent their entire lives developing their skills?
Art is still the work of artists, and skill, craftsmanship, technique, those things are critical to the success of an artist's work. But alone, those things are merely pretense. For something to be real, to be truthful, the artist must shift part of him or herself into the work to transcend the illusion and reach for the truth of art.
And what is the truth of art?
Who knows? I've been asking myself that question for years.
Excuse me? You don't even know? And what's all this about all the questions and lectures on truth and illusion? For that matter, why did you ask me to come down here in the first place?
Because...
Actually, you didn't even ask me to come down. I spent my entire afternoon traveling all over Venice, deciphering a cryptic message, spending money I don't have on a subway ticket, only to have to stand here and listen to...
You saw something this afternoon. A waking dream, and you can't explain it. That's why you are here, isn't
it? Yeah, the snoring, it's not timber. But yeah, it's kind of funny that it's still just going. And oh my god, FlexPaw, no. Actually, that would be amazing. Oh, be nice, just say yeah. Yeah, how the hell do you know these things? Didn't I taste? Yeah, I think I just want to be nice.
Yeah?
Good. And I'll do my best to explain everything. Just be patient. My point about art and truth is this, April. Some things look real, but are not. And other things may appear to be of no consequence at all, but are in fact invaluable. Like Warren's painting here. And your dreams. There is both truth and illusion in dreams, and in the images they create. The problem is in sorting the one from the other.
You're telling me my dreams are true?
I'm telling you there are things afoot, and that you need help in sorting the truth from the illusions. My help.
Well, that figures.
Good. I was hoping you'd understand.
No, actually, I didn't understand a single word. You talk about art and truth and dreams and illusions, and I still don't understand what it all has to do with me. There are things happening, yes, and I came here because I thought maybe you're crazy enough to believe me, to help me. I don't know, sort through the debris and come up with the plausible explanation. But no, you tell me my dreams might be true, that I need your help, and that there are things afoot. I mean, who says afoot? I've never heard anybody use the word before. There are things afoot.
Está bien. I understand your reluctance to believe me, señorita. But I cannot convince you here, now. Meet me tomorrow.
What?
Meet me tomorrow, and I will tell you everything.
Not again, no way.
But you will. Because you are compelled to do so by your own curiosity. Because you are drawn to mystery. And because despite your skepticism, you believe I have the answer to all your questions, yes?
No. No, I don't care. I just want to have a normal life. No nightmares, no visions, no strangers telling me that things are afoot. Comprende, amigo?
Ay, Dios mío. Is that the time? I've got to run, señorita Ryan. I'll see you tomorrow, then.
I said...
Goodbye.
Go Cortez. Saying a foot. I know, he's got... They've all got some interesting walk cycles. Painting.
There's absolutely nothing out
Oops.
there. Nothing.
Ah.
April Ryan, you have got to get past yourself.
All right. We got paid. We did the subway. We did our painting, or worked on our painting at least. I think now it's time to go home. Run, April, run! There's Mickey!
Mickey's not usually the sit in front of the screen type of gal. Unlike Fiona, she's always working on something around the house. I guess that's why they're such a great couple.
Yeah, I really love the mural on the building. I wish more buildings would do that, actually.
What's going on, Mickey?
Well, the water's been fixed, so you can take a hot shower if you want.
I smell that bad. Quick one before bedtime. I kind of like a cold shower in this heat. I know, the screensaver's the same. But it's a damn good screensaver. I think I'm going to say I smell that bad. Seeing as she didn't take a shower this morning at all. Yeah, smell.
I smell that bad?
No, I didn't mean that you. I just, you know, in case you wanted to take a warm shower, I just wanted you to... the water being hot, as it were.
Thanks, Mickey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard you had a nightmare last night.
Did she tell you that? She can't keep her mouth shut, can she? You can't, can you?
As if your screaming wasn't enough to wake up the whole building. And so what if you were having a nightmare? You are human, you know, even though you'd like to think differently.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cause an argument. It's just that I had a nightmare as well.
Good luck trying to get anything out of her. She's so very together, you know. There'll be no chink in her armor. She's the Iron Lady. Well, bollocks.
Would you shut up, Fiona? I mean, for once, would you just shut up? Yes, I had a nightmare, and yes, it's none of your business. So don't try to make it your business.
I wasn't trying to intrude.
Fine. I just don't like talking about my dreams, yeah?
Yeah, that was super awkward. Oof. But Mickey's kind of great, actually. Just, yeah. Oh my.
What was wrong with the pipes?
They're just old, like all of Venice. They're really old. Twice a year, every year, I have to spend a half a day freezing my ass off down in the canal performing emergency surgery on the pipes. Not that I don't love doing it, especially when my so-called partner's curled up on the sofa watching soaps all day long.
I'll talk to you later, Mickey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been sitting here all day?
Pretty much, darling. I feel like a vegetable. How was your day, then?
Nope, no plumbers in the future. They're too expensive. What do you think? Did we have a good day, a weird day, or a horrible day? I'm thinking it was a weird day. No! What? Mario? What? No, Mario! What kind of day do you think we had? I think we had a weird day. But it was also kind of good and also horrible. Weird. Horrible! Weird works. We got 2 votes for weird. We'll go with weird. Everyone was kind of a dick to us, huh? But it was, yeah, weird.
It's been a weird day.
How so?
Well, you know how some mornings you wake up, but you're not sure if you're really awake or if you're still just dreaming?
I feel like that every morning, darling. A pot of black coffee cures that in a flash.
That's how I've been feeling all day. Like I said, it's been a weird day. How was yours?
Exceedingly ordinary. Almost depressingly so. I poked my head out of the door once for about a second, but thought better of it.
Sorry, CJ. I don't know how to do the conversational choices. Democracy or just go with it. I don't know.
What are you watching?
Nothing special. We were thinking about watching a movie later, though.
Yeah, which one?
They have quite a few new releases out. Did you ever see Victory Hotel?
No. Is it good?
That's what they say. So we might catch that one.
Can I ask you a few questions?
I think I already asked her all the questions.
Why, certainly, darling. About what?
Oh.
Where did you find my ring?
Under the sofa, darling. It must have slipped off your finger while you were watching a movie or something.
That's strange, because I've been keeping it in a box in my room. I rarely ever wear it, and I've never carried it around in my pocket.
Bum, bum, bum.
What do you think of Cortez?
I'm not sure what you mean, darling.
Do you think he's a little creepy?
Oh, he's harmless. That old hippie's been drugged up for 50 years, and he's not likely to come down any time soon. Mickey likes him, but I'm not a big fan. But what can I do? He just sits outside the building, smoking or reading a book. He doesn't harm anyone.
How long has he been around?
Oh, I don't know. A year, maybe? He just showed up one day, and he hasn't left since.
He never leaves his spot?
He sleeps and eats, obviously. And sometimes he goes to some revival cinema uptown. Says that second to reading, old movies are his greatest passion.
Flux, I just saw your comment about the cat suit. How funny would it be if, like, just in a video game, like, just a fursuiter just walked through randomly? And yes, I take my coffee down my pants, so what? It's not weird. Oh, sorry, CJ. I've heard Us is really good, but I haven't seen it yet.
What else can you tell me about Cortez?
One word I wouldn't use to describe him is lucid. He's always on about some bollocks idea, and you'd never know from listening to him that he's got any sense at all. People say he's quite sharp, though, quite intelligent, well-read, multilingual, and he's travelled all over the world, apparently, but still completely bonkers, if you ask me.
Okay, Blue, no worries.
Tell me some more about the border house.
What precisely do you want to know?
Thanks for the information.
I'm glad I could help you out, darling.
Oops. I already asked all those questions.
Thanks for your help, Fiona.
You're welcome, darling. Why don't you sit down and watch a movie with us, April?
You know what? That sounds like an excellent idea.
you just missed it, Blue. I fucked up. I was gonna wait to trigger the next chapter until you got back, but
I've got to find Cortez and get him to explain what the hell's going on. Insane or not, he's the only person I can talk to about this.
okay, yeah, you gotta watch it. I thought it was triggered by me trying to go upstairs, which I think that is another option, but it's also when you end the conversation with them. I forgot that, and so it triggered the movie. But you should definitely watch it, because what happened was they were watching TV, and then suddenly the whole room melted away, and they were in a jungle foresty thing. So yay! So we got to chapter 2. Let me go ahead and save. No, not quite. Yeah, she dropped a rapture. Yeah, exactly. Oh, I can actually replay the video for you. It's short. It's short. This is what you missed. And yeah, CJ, you're right. It's there's a weird bull, and it's not Victory Hotel unless that movie takes some crazy twists. Lady Snape! You're kind of right, yeah! So there we go! Yay! Whoops. Yeah, no problem! So, so that's chapter 1. So this is gonna be, I mean, did you all enjoy it? Like, I know it's less fast-paced and less talky and stuff than when I stream multiplayer games or, you know, something like a Bendy or a Yoku, which has more gameplay to it. No! Well, Blue liked it. So yeah, if you want me to keep going, like I said, it is titled The Longest Journey, so it's an adventure game. It's a 90s adventure game, so it is kind of long. But yeah, well, no, I hope that's good. It kind of is subverting your expectations. That's awesome. But yeah, so oh yay, thank you, Flux. That's awesome. I'm really glad you were able to join tonight too. But yeah, so this is going to be my single player game for a little while until I beat it. And so I'll be doing this. I'm going to try to do the single player games on Tuesdays. But because this is a longer game, if I'm not going to be playing multiplayer games or something with someone on a Friday or a Sunday, I might also just do this. Just because I'm really excited to be playing it again because I haven't been able to play it for years. So yeah. So I'm glad you all watched. Oh, actually, let me throw up my end screen here. Boop. Longest journey. So sorry, I got a cough. Hold on. I'm professional. So Flux. Oh yeah, no problem. Thank you, Blue. Oh no, CJ, I hope you find it. I mean, I know you're just gonna trade it in, but I do hope you find it. Slap tune. So Flexpaw, like Blue was saying, or like Blue linked more. Sorry, blah, I can't think right now. I'm trying to quit the game. Oh yes, thank you, Blue. You beat me to it. So I have a Discord, which you could join with that link right there. And because you were gifted a subscription with the Ghost Gifter, because Ghost Gifter is awesome, you can talk in the Cool Cats Club, which is the subscribers-only channel. And then I also do game giveaways, which I'll do one tonight. I've been doing them on the Tuesdays. I normally stream Tuesdays and Fridays at 8:30, and then Sunday I try to do a little earlier, but sometimes it's also at 8:30. those are my normal days, but sometimes I have to move around. The Discord has an announcements channel, which I will say, what the schedule changes to or whatever. I'm not normal, and I'm proud of it. So Friday, like I said, I'm gonna see if Houseplant wants to play anything on Friday. But if he's not free and if no one else really wants to play anything, then I'll probably continue with Chapter 2 on Longest Journey. And yay! I'm glad you joined. Yeah, and I'll force a sync right now so you can get into the subscribers channel right away, because it's automatic, but sometimes it takes a little bit of time. So let me do that real quick. Boop boop boop. Syncing. So yeah, so I'm gonna hang out in the Cool Cats Club after I grab a drink, and I'll hang out in there for a little bit tonight while I'm working on finishing updating my panels for my Twitch. And hey, you're in that channel, CJ. Woo! Yeah, my voice is starting to go. Ended just in time. All right, have a good night. I will see you all later.